Good afternoon. Welcome to Softcore's 6th Annual International Culture Festival Expo. We all welcome you today to today's festival, and we hope that you will enjoy our events. And it is just such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend here. I'm actually broadcasting from out of Akron, Ohio, and we have participants from all over this nation. So we just ask you to hold tight, and we will begin our festival with a wonderful a ceremony to welcome the ancestors, and that is going to be done by Eric Frazier and Linda Day, Dr. Day.
Okay, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Professor Dr. Linda Day, and I'm here with author, recording artist, educator, master drummer, Eric Frazier. Together, we're going to open up this International Festival of Culture that is presented by the World Alliance of Indigenous Peoples and dedicated to the memory of Reverend Dr. Akila Karima, who with Seeds of Faith Ministry started this beautiful day of remembrance and of culture. So I'm here today with Eric, our drummer, to bring in the spirits who are going to bless this occasion. And this is one of the ways that we do honor our ancestors and call them to join us and bless this event. We're going to call on those ancestral spirits to join us today. So, first of all, I want to call on the spiritual ancestors of Sedania Flowing Water, who has put this together, and we are so honored and pleased that she has done this for all of us. And I want to call on the ancestors of Eric Frazier. And I want to call on my own ancestors also to bless us. Specifically, too, I want to call the name of the king of Besiasi, Nana Achampa. I want to call on the name of the Besiasi Hema, the queen mother of Besiasi. And the participants in our event have sent us names of those that they would like us to call and to honor. So first of all, we have, of course, Reverend Dr. Akila Karima, whose blessed memory, we hope and we know will be joining us today. And we call on Willie Clarence Carlisle. And we call on Leatrice Brown. And we call on Pomp Carlisle Sr. And we call on Estella Carlisle. And we call on Theodora Cuadra. And we call on Ricky McCargo. And Jonaline Castro. And Trayvon Martin. And Timothy Mulhern. And Eric Garner. And Philando Castillo. Tamir Rice. Sandra Bland. Ayanna Jones. Breonna Taylor. Stephon Clark. Mahivist, good blanket. Atiana Jefferson, Nashoba Nahutabi, and all the ancestors of the 13 Native American tribes from Long Island who are with us in this place, this promenade, this Long Island that was here for generations before any settlers came to join them and to try to take this land. But those spirits are still with us today, and we honor them and we call on them to bless us in this space, in this location where I am in Freeport, which was their land, has always been their land, is still their land. Those ancestral spirits hopefully will join us today. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Day. That was absolutely beautiful, and I feel blessed to have our ancestors in the midst. I'm going to now ask Eric Frazier if he would play an 8-minute and 46-second tribute to George Floyd. I just want to say something before he starts, and that's that, you know, we are here to celebrate our indigenous roots, our cultures, and our traditions. But it doesn't seem right to go forward in such a big celebration without acknowledging all the people that have died from COVID-19, without acknowledging all the families that have lost loved ones to police brutality. Um, and and just to acknowledge that, you know, no matter what your opinion is or what side of things you land, lives have been lost, and therefore we have to acknowledge the pain and sorrow that those families are going through. We are all under one umbrella, and they are a part of this world, and we are a part of this world, and we just want to send our condolences and our prayers for your families as you journey through the next years with that loss and managing that loss. Thank you, Mr. Frazier. Thank you so much. Everyone, this Eric is has his own jazz television show, and he's just an entrepreneur, a well-known jazz musician. And so you can, if you tune into Brick TV in New York, you might catch his. Can you tell us the name of your jazz show? I think it's Cultural.
And Jazz Pearls. It
Yes.
comes on Monday at 1 a.m. and Wednesday at 2 p.m. And you'll find it online at brickartsmediatv.org.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. And thank you for, just blessing us with that fantastic opening. Hi, Lauren. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why that keeps repeating. That's something on Facebook's end. I think everybody else is on mute. So it's the technology. I mean, in the world of COVID, we're trying to get around the technology and figure out all of this stuff. But hopefully now, whatever was happening, stop. I guess they just wanted me to say thank you 1,000 times, right? At any rate, how are you today?
Great. I want to thank you, Sadanya. I want to thank the World Alliance of Indigenous Peoples and Softcore for inviting and welcoming Manhasset Justice Initiative as guests to your ceremony, as guests of the event. We're so grateful to be here representing our group.
All right, wonderful. Well, listen, first, before you start, I just want to just, your group is called the Manhasset Justice Initiative, right?
Mhm.
And so I just wanted to let everyone know that you're helping us to close that part of the ceremony. You guys will be joining us tomorrow for a panel discussion regarding Native American mascots and just some of the, I guess, issues that we're having with trying to reclaim how people view Native Americans and to make it more aligned with the truth, right? So I just want to thank you and then to invite you to help us close out the opening of the ceremony by just telling us a little bit about how you guys got started and also, your special candle lighting for the ancestor you want to honor.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sadanya. So the Manhasset Justice Initiative formed in the wake of George Floyd's death. And while it was provoked, the forming of our group, by this one event, our main mission is to bring justice to all communities. And that's where we find that bringing justice, particularly to Indigenous peoples in a place like Long Island, in a place like Manhasset, where many people here, especially many of my white neighbors, do not understand the proper ways that we should be learning about, honoring, and continuing to engage with and really understand how your communities across the entire United States, not just Long Island, are living your culture and your history today, as well as in the past. And we hope that by following the lead of Indigenous voices from you guys yourselves, as opposed to falling back on the legacy of how these mascots have depicted Indigenous people, that we can bring justice to your communities and better serve the purposes of honoring your communities and understanding your culture and history. So I'd love to now move forward into a candle lighting ceremony for George Floyd's death. And on behalf of the Manhasset Justice Initiative, I light this candle. Oh, sorry. Technical difficulties as always with Zoom and working from home. I light this candle in the wake of George Floyd's death. And I light this candle in his honor and the honor of all others who have been unjustly taken from us. May he rest in power, and may we honor his legacy and solidarity by bringing justice to all communities, especially those who are continually marginalized. So thank you, World Alliance of Indigenous People and Softcore, for welcoming us as guests, and we send our blessings.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And that was wonderful. We look so forward to, um, just I guess having you on the panel and just to hash things out and talk about what's, happening in the world today. Um, Basically, uh, it was such a pleasure. I had the pleasure of speaking with you guys in front of the Manhasset Board of Education, and I was just so impressed by how thorough you guys are. So I'm looking forward to hearing all about the fantastic work that you guys will be doing in the future. So please give my regards to everybody and let them know that I can't wait to to see them, tomorrow. Thank you and have an awesome day.
Thank you so much.
All righty, take care. Abenku, can
I'm
you,
here.
yeah, can you come on and just play a little flute for us?
Sure.
Thank you so much. And while Kai is setting up, they're gonna be playing. We're gonna listen to, this is our technician, everybody. And so he's a flute player, a street musician, a sax player. And we are going to just let him play for a little bit so you can understand just the talent that we have on board working behind the scenes.
All right. I'm not sure if the balance was good on that.
That was wonderful. Are you kidding me? So, Abeku, before you play your next song, can you please just let everybody know, tell little people a little bit about you before, because I know you're from DC.
Well,
And
no, I'm originally from Germany, but I'm a transplant.
all righty. Well, tell them a little bit about you and then play one more song for us, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I literally came to this country as a refugee back in 19. Any rate, but I've lived here in DC since 1958 for the most part, and I'm a sort of late bloomer in the music. It's my passion. I now play pretty much independently and for hire. I've had a chance to play with some of the top Motown acts in the past. Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin is part of a horn section. I wasn't a featured artist, but um, the Dells, old school doo-wop and old Motown, Philly sound, all that good stuff. My background was in music education when I was in school. And as I said, I'm a late bloomer. First instrument I tried to touch was a violin, and that didn't work out too well. And then I got a saxophone, and I had some challenges there as well. And so I'm going to play something on the saxophone, matter of fact. So I have my soprano saxophone here today, and I've been playing the past few years as a street musician, practicing what I like to think is musical medicine, because as we know, it's a sick world out here. So I'm going to see what I can do with that. And so that last piece was a piece by Dizzy Gillespie called Tintindale. And I thought about, I guess it's called the Borenco in what is it? My age is getting to me. Down in, not Costa Rica, but any rate, down near the Virgin Islands. What is that? San Juan, Puerto Rico, right? So they, we got some indigenous all over the planet. I identify though as African, even though I have I'm mixed race, but I've had the real fortune of being able to go to the continent, to the motherland 4 times. First time to Senegal, then to Ghana, then to Kemet or Egypt, and then also to Abyssinia or Ethiopia. So 4 down, 50 to go. So this next piece, I'm going to give sort of tribute to the motherland, and it's a Mongo Santa Maria tune called Afro Blue. And so I'll give it a whirl. You may need to tell me to wrap it up if the other group's ready. I don't know how many times I'm going to play. It's a relatively short piece, but I'll do as much as I can to have fun with it. And just
have fun. Have a good time. I just wanted to let you know, okay? All righty. Thank you. This is...
So that was Afro Blue by Mama.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Abeku. You are just like such a brilliant, brilliant, performer. And so I am so appreciative of your talents. And, it's, so when did you start playing the sax?
Well,
Or what is your first instrument, I should say?
the first instrument I tried to play was violin. That was like fifth grade, and I had no. I was an OG, original geek.
Oh, I see. So you play violin
No,
first.
no, no. I had a violin.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
have
play it
a,
though.
okay.
But it's interesting because the saxophone in a brass band, I guess, is sort of like the strings of a brass band. Sax and clarinets, usually play those string figures like that are in the orchestra. Um, but then, when I turned 14, I asked my dad if I could get an alto saxophone like Junior Walker. Little did I know that Junior Walker played tenor sax.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
I didn't know the difference between saxes. Uh, but at any rate, but the thing is, my mother raised me. My dad got me a horn. It looked like it could play, uh, but he got it from a pawn shop, and it was shiny and everything. And I was in school, and I thought I was something because I was one of the only ones that didn't have to rent an instrument. But the horn had issues with the pads being set, and so I wasn't progressing on it. So I put it on the shelf for about 3 or 4 years,
Mm.
and it wasn't until I found out that the horn, it was not me not being able to progress on this, but the horn, and I finally got a better horn. And after high school, I thought I was going to become a nuclear physicist, and but then I started feeling the music. Uh, I was able to join a Latin band, local Latin band. Beautiful teacher, Maria Rodriguez, out of Ohio. Her real name is Jean Butler. So I acknowledge her as my musical mother. She's a consummate musician. She's an arranger, composer, and band leader. And of course, she was a black woman, but she felt like she could do better as a Latin, uh, you know, featured star. But she could play anything, straight ahead
Right.
jazz, all of that. So she was like, and I could sort of think about her as my Mary Lou Williams, the notable female jazz artist back in the day. Um, and then from that point, I was to go to college. because at that time we had Federal City College. Some of the notable folks that came out of there was like Gil Scott Heron, because he lived in D.C. at the time. I think he was teaching one of the courses. But at any rate, I was part of that experience, and at that point, that's when I started touring. Got my first break to tour as a part of a horn section with Gladys Knight, and that grew into doing things with the Dells and the Four Tops, and ultimately Aretha Franklin. So,
Oh wow! So how was it performing with the Queen of Soul?
well, it was definitely an honor and a pleasure. And of course, when she made her transition, I was just sort of devastated.
Right.
So I'm gonna play something that one of her songs. Let me see, if I can pull that up here. I
Okay.
use an app to play, and of course, I would much rather play with folks. Um, so I'm gonna let y'all figure out what tune this is. And
All right. So, all
I
right. So we'll take one more song from Abeku,
okay, I
and
mean,
so I hope you guys enjoy this one as well.
okay. So about how much time should I do this? Because I could make this go forever, but what, 3 to 4 minutes?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I won't know until I set it up. Yeah.
All righty. Thank you.
This said 5 minutes, so I don't know. Uh, so I guess I'll cut that in half and just do one chorus. Name that tune. You're muted. You're mute.
I know what it is. I know that tune.
What's the name?
That's Natural Woman, right? I feel like a natural
Yeah,
woman.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was a tune that Carole King wrote, but Aretha put a stamp on it.
Oh, yes, she did. Yes, she did. So let's just see if we can get our uh the commercial from UPMC up today, and we are going to just run that just in case there's anyone out there who needs health care. So this is from our informational vendor, UPMC. Yes, so thank you, everyone. I feel that it's just so important to make sure that you have, healthcare during this time of COVID-19 and quarantining. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, the Pennsylvania area, definitely give UPMC a call. They can advise you and perhaps make sure that you're covered during this time is so important for your loved ones.